All right, so if we're being honest, I don't know how long the camera is going to last. Forgot to charge it. So I'm running on fumes at the moment, but that's okay because we got some last spell to play. Oh, what timing. All right. Let's get this party started. Party officially started, and at some point my camera will disappear and maybe someone will tell me, or I will just go quietly into the night. Let's let that music swell for just a second. That's the stuff. All right. So our quest continues for Apocalypse 5. So we're starting a new run on Apocalypse 5, and I have a new-ish strategy that was given to me by a viewer who recommended Early In. So we're gonna give that a try, see how it goes. And let's also see what we get for friends here. Looks like we have ourselves a hammer, a short bow, and a power staff. All right. It's not bad. Hey, Vaynard. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's time for some last spell action. So we picked up a +1 hammer here on a surgeon with giant's blood who is short. It's good to see you. Glad you're feeling well. I'm pretty psyched about what's going on too here. The troll blood amulet, though, is a bit of hot garbage, so I'm going to let that go. And maybe we'll come back to those other items. Then we have a short bow. Hey, Robbie. With some accuracy and some distance reduction. I think that can go somewhere else. And then I'm going to move these pants over, I think. And the armor can stay. And the nasal helm I'm also going to move over. That's quite nice. We're going to put that here to counteract the slowness. And then I like the accuracy trinket there. And then I'd rather these pants go here. And then I don't know if we can afford the accuracy loss here. So I think we may hold off on those two. But let's take a look at our ranged character, who is a sniper. Love to see it. Short again. And then Light Traveler, -1 bag slot, +7% crit. I will take Light Traveler any day. So far, these perks are feeling pretty solid. And then last but not least, we have our caster friend, who has a Fey amulet. Also short. Is our whole party short? Oh my gosh. Yes. This is incredible. Our entire party, all 3 of the characters are short. I'm like, +1 move, but you're only at 7 move points? What's going on here? So our caster is a scholar who is strong and short. We don't love that. I think I'm going to move the Worn Greaves over. This amulet's not going to get used. So I'm going to put the crit pants on you and leave your dodge up above 0 because the power staff is relatively short range. And the troll blood amulet is not worth the paper it is printed on. Our sensor distribution looks good. So I think all that we have to do here is try as we might to pick off all the baddies. Hope we don't get runners, and if we do, we manage to handle them. Big money, no whammies. Here we go. Okay, so it seems like I over-anticipated the distribution here. So we're gonna lose out on some of the goodness, but so if I move to here, how far can I retreat? I'm not so sure I want to This one's a problem, so I'm gonna spend the extra actions on that one, and then... And then we'll retreat as much as we can. But on you, I can move one over. Nah, I can't really, can I? Alright, I think I'm just gonna back up and accept that things are gonna be a little dicey. Oh, the Fey Amulet. Wait, is this run from a Fey Amulet? It is. I didn't realize you get 3 charges of that. That's quite impactful. Oh, but I'm being an idiot. I forgot. You can't gain more movements than your maximum movement, so that was a bit of a waste, unfortunately. And I should have done more damage to that sensor. But now we're in relatively good shape, and hopefully we're not going to take too many hits here. All right. Now, we have decent mana regen on this character, so... If we move forward one, can we get a... Oh, that's a beautiful thing right there. I think I'm going to move you over and try to... Oh... I made a mistake. I thought this guy was going to be gettable, but I moved too close and used up all our power shots. Sorry about that. So that's going to prove curious. Is there any way I can... Alright, I think I spend a little more mana to try and clean up my my mistake. I think I can move forward here and keep... the crit is just out of control here. Like, I'm digging it. Now I think we can move into... Hold on. Let's be more judicious here. If I move to here and to here, I'm going to spend actions on running away, but I think it's going to be worth it. Alright, so that's almost everything. We're going to have some coming in over here, but I think this is looking somewhat manageable. Let's see, if you move to here, that's another beautiful one. If you can do that, Bear, I would greatly appreciate the extra insight, because I'm flying a little seat of the pants based on your recommendations, which I appreciate very much. Ooh, that was a bad break point. Let's see, if I move to here, I can be sad when that gets dodged. But we've gotten really lucky with our rain of arrows so far, so I'm hoping that that luck continues. Bear, you're going to get a kick out of this. Let me do a quick once-over of our characters. Every one of our characters is short. So we have Supriya, short. Durand, short. Seraphina, short. Our other quirks are pretty top tier, so I'm not complaining. But we are a short bunch for sure. Okay, I'll move to there, and then If I move forward 2, I can kind of eliminate you. Move forward 1 more. Do I really still not have vision on the back ones here? That hurts. Because I want to use Scorching Wave to take some folks out, and then I wanted to jump over here to take this guy out. Well, that really is disappointing. I really thought that was going to get the job done. I think we have to run no matter what at this point. And we have to hope that this guy doesn't do anything too heroic. Okay, we like to see all that. The crits keep flowing. I don't love... I mean, I think I have to move forward here and try and take that guy out, but yeah, I was worried that was going to be almost exactly the way it was. So if I move forward 1 more here, I think I can get the... What was... How many dodges was that? That was insanity. So let's see. I don't think there's a great fire thrower available here. So I'm going to come over and deal with these ones, I think. Okay, so we got the stun there, so we can move in here pretty safely. I hate spending action points on this at all, so I think I'm just gonna block that up, and then little nervous about Seraphina taking some damage on this one, but yeah, the 3 surround is a lot. That's unfortunate. That was very doable. Okay. So I think I moved to... I try and nuke this guy down, then go like that, and then I think there's a... That's pretty good, but it exposes us a little bit, and maybe we can get as good a one here? No, that's not as good. I'm looking at it because we can regain 6 movement points. So I think we move to here. We get everybody that we can. We weep softly for the very bad result that we got in terms of dodges there. But what are you gonna do? So we're relying on our archer to do a lot of work here. Okay. 2 power shots should down this guy. And then where else do we... I think we probably take out one of these over here. Or try to. Okay, and then you armor up and move around the corner to block. Alright. We've spent some archer mana. Ooh, we're taking an archer hit, which I don't like. Potentially, at least. Okay, the dodge is nice. Okay. That was a decent result. We got some stuns off, which I think is really good for us. Those are mostly stunned units, so I don't want to waste the time. Oh, that is really nice, though. Now we're gonna have a mana problem for sure. So I can move to here, but we're going to potentially take some structure damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough to sink us. Okay, we can use a punch to get there, and then does this... I feel like this one is really good. We're spending a lot of mana for sure. How far does that get you? Okay, so I'm gonna run back to here because this is a good like base of operations, and we could hope that that one worked, but I think that's about as good as we're gonna get. And then we do need to think about locking down a baddie. Ooh, I don't like taking damage there, but I think we're stable now. Famous last words. The stuns are insane. Oh my gosh. The breakpoints on this power staff are not as insane. Okay, so a little worried we're going to take a wound on Seraphina here, but oh, very unfortunate that I didn't notice we were going to run out of action points there. Jeez. They don't make them like they used to. Okay, and one of these baddies we have to hold outside of panic range, but... just get rid of you. Okay, we can hold this guy in place, which will give us ample space for sensors. The hammer is a very strong early game weapon. Not to be trifled with. Okay, we did get that done. And I guess I'll just make a beeline for these over here. Alright, we're not gonna... can quite get there, actually. Okay. Good stuff. I think this will still hold him in place, and that will allow us to do some work on this sensor in the meantime. There we go. So I can move over one. the crit rate is already insane. Sensors at 128. We can safely hit it once more. Hey, Sleeping! It's good to see you. Or Curious. Sorry. Force of habit. I knew you before you were famous. It's good to see you. How's it going? I've finally settled things down over here, and I'm going to be returning to a slightly normal adjacent streaming schedule, which feels just so good to potentially have a somewhat reliable plan in place. Yeah, I haven't been able to catch many streams lately. How is life going for you? Yeah, I mean, normal adjacent. Let's not pretend it's anything too fancy. But yeah, it is it's a lot closer to normal than it used to be. I'll put it that way. Why is there mist right here? What's causing? Is this sensor causing that mist? That's interesting. But yeah, we're gonna continue pressing forward on trying to get these higher difficulties done, which is no easy task. All right, yeah, this character is all done. We'll just do that for safety's sake. This sensor, yeah, the sensor's done. Oh, love me some Monster Train. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. You'll have to teach me a few things once you ascend to God tier at Monster Train. How are you playing it much on stream, or are you kind of waiting until you've leveled it up a bit for that? Oh, we did take a wound on this character. That's a little unfortunate. 375. I think we can safely power shot once. Nice. Oh, shoot. I think we need to give this a punch or two. What Covenant have you made it to so far, and what are your favorite combos? I've always been a big Umbra fan. Ah, Remnants. Okay, yep. I can see it. The melting remnant or the spark remnant, like the fleeting remnant, the primary or the secondary, I guess. I really like the wax guy who has the burnout. All right, so you're making good progress for sure. Okay, we got below 100, so we'll let that go. But this Fey Amulet is just so money for being able to get places and fully utilize actions. There we go, and then yeah, maybe we'll buy a health potion to try and offset the damage that we've taken on our melee. Oh, I do like... Okay, so the Exile Umbra. Is that the... that's the morsel one, right? That's the... yeah, the morsel that has, like, insane effects that it passes on. Yeah, the buffet guy, exactly. Yeah, I love me some Monster Train. I haven't thought about that game in a while. But it is so good. I picked up a Rotus last night, and I've been having fun with that. Oh, did I get this one? Yeah, I did get this one sorted out. Okay, good. Let's see. You have all the movement you could ever want. Ooh, a lot of sensors up here that we have to get around to. Okay, 289. We can probably do that. Down to 180. I don't think we can crit for 180, so that's... Yes, I have so much fun. I think Gorge is an awesome trigger. Have you gotten the the permanent upgrade Gorge unit yet. I find that combining those with other things and getting just like an insane giant unit can be just so much fun. You get the morsel maker and you can just start rolling. 65, 64, 76. Move you over here. This one needs a lot of work. And are you playing DLC with the true final boss setup? I forget what his name is. The unit. I don't know. Ah, okay. That's the primary version that I played mostly. I only started. Oh yeah, The Last Divinity is the name of the other version. And I only played a little bit of that before. I mean, after I started streaming, that is. But The Last Divinity is a solid expansion. Oh yes, definitely should do that. I'd have to go back and look at what my Monster Train viewership was like. I think it was okay. I don't think it was pants on fire, or I would have probably kept doing it. But you know, sometimes we just play these games because we love them. All right, so I'm just gonna blow that up. But yeah, I need a game like that, because I feel like right now that I have Eratus and Darkest Dungeon, 2 of my slots are taken up with games that are arguably very similar. And then I have Last Spell, which is still like roguelike RPG. It would be good to have a card game in the mix. And I don't think I am capable of Slay the Spiring on stream. So I've watched some play of it. I have not played it myself, but I never really got that into it. That's the side scroller kind of like Descent down type game with a little bit of a shoot 'em up aspect to it, maybe. The hardest roguelite you've played. Wow, that's I'm gonna say that's high praise. Because I do relish the tough games for sure. But yeah, it's not a game it's a game that's been on my radar. I've seen some people play it, but I've never sunk my teeth into it. The weapon upgrade system seemed really interesting, though. Let's see, 580? 255. I think we can safely hit that once more and then give it a little puncharoo. Okay, that was a little risky. Should have been checking myself so I don't wreck myself, as it were. 2 punches for that one. What about this one? No punches for that one. Okay, so I think we are done. So there we go. All right, so that's a perfect night 1. Yeah, the wands and their upgrades look pretty interesting. Yeah, and then unsurprisingly, Superia, who I believe is our hammer user, did work, but we definitely took some hits, hit points wise, and the wounds are gonna hurt us a bit because they're gonna hurt our movement. All right, we're getting it from 2 sides right off the bat, which is a little worrisome, but a good night 1 reward could make a huge difference. So let's see about that. Okay, this looks good. They're all weapons. We have a magic orb with crit and mana. We have a master druid staff that looks pretty tempting. And a rusty axe. Yeah, I think I am going to need some mana, Robbie. I think you are right. Yeah, the mana we can probably... Oh, okay, so it was actually our ranged character that got most of the kills last night, which makes sense. So we either are caster, so 65 or 66 to 77. This one, I would say, has better upside. The axe, I'm not loving. So I think it's the druid's staff. We have decent mana regen, so our caster will have 2 weapons. Yeah, we don't... That we're going to sell. Sell that for some money, and then, as is always tradition, we're going to do upgrade, upgrade. We're going to get the 4 spot. I think this ruin is the best first ruin to go with. We might have wanted to done this one. Now, in the shop, we're not looking... There's not a lot of stuff that's really got me excited, except the magic hat is interesting. Five workers for the night, eh? So you're saying at this point we start upgrading a mine? I think normally on this one I build another house, upgrade it, which takes me down to like 80. I take down a 2 ruin, which takes me back up to about 100. And then a gold mine is 54, but then we have, what, 80 more that we need to spend on it for upgrades? I think we're pretty, like, I'm feeling pretty good. I think that with a little bit of support, the mage can solo. But I'm very nervous about our warrior, who is right on the edge of wounded, and we've given them nothing to make them more survivable. We could pick up the health potion for sure, but see, so you're saying, Bear, you're saying that you would put here. Let's do our level ups just to see how hooked up we get. This is looking like not very hooked up so far. We'll take the physical damage. Given that everyone is short, I'm tempted to take a movement point, but I think a green physical damage is just too good. Now, crit power, given we're already at 25% crit due to traits, I think is pretty huge. We're going to have to spend some mana this turn, I think, is the short version. Coagulation is pretty underwhelming. I'm going to roll this once to see if we get something more interesting. I'll take the blue resistance reduction, but begrudgingly so. And I think we go... I'm going to do back protection for sure. So I think it's Avid Learner back protection here to try to get us a little more survivable. So hopefully we don't take damage on this turn. All right. No, I'm down to try it out. Bear. Let's we'll take the crit there. Let me finish the upgrades and then we'll get down to serious business here. I'll take the damage upgrade. And the damage upgrade again, I guess. Then I'll take Avid Learner, and Steady Aim is almost always my default. But maybe we take Thrifty because we're going to be using their ability. Yeah, I mean, I think just making this cost 3, I think, is probably the better play. The range isn't going to do us that much good. They're going to be on top of us in no time. So I think that's the play. And then our last character. We're not going Battle Mage or anything like that. So magic damage looks good. We didn't pick up an Isolated. Daily Mana Regen, I think, is big here. So I'm going to pick up one of those. I've been skimping on Accuracy. I think I just picked up an Accuracy, though, didn't I? No, I just picked up a Daily Mana Regen, so I'll pick up an Accuracy. And then that, and Thrifty is an easy choice. All right. Okay, so let's build the mine, so we get some gold pumping, and then you're saying we do. I say I can see us doing a production plus at 48 gold, but that's going to leave us sub. That's going to leave us sub another inn. But I think we can sell stuff to get there. So let's do that. And then I really like that Fey amulet. These worn pants are pretty garbage, though. So I'll sell those, which gets us back up to an inn. Then we can spend this to get back the 25 gold. Gets us up to 35, and then I don't feel bad about if there's something in the shop to buy. Even just a kettle helm is tempting. The magic hat is quite tempting. This is Apocalypse 5 sleeping, which I have yet to defeat. We could also go for the health potion, or the steel spear. With the hammer, we don't have too much trouble using up all of our actions. Like, we have 7 in basic attacks without that. So I'm not feeling too pressured to pick up the spear. The rifle is not that interesting. The magic hat is a investment in the future. We technically don't have enough for the silver hand crossbow and... but we could probably mortgage the farm to get there. Let's see how much stuff is not that valuable that we could let go of. No, I don't want... Gosh, I wish we had better gear for our range character can lose this and this. You probably want to hang on to that and that. So we've got 12 gold there. That brings us up to 47. We need 52. We could get there. We just need 5 more gold item. Because I think picking up that multi-hit hat with the hand crossbow early could be a big boon for us. This helmet's not that useful. Gets us the 8. I think that gets us there. So I'm going to sell those. The math does appear to work out. We pick up that and that. And apply them here. Oops, let's not take that off. And now we have some multi-hit engine stuff going on. I'm going to stand here because I think I can take out these 3 sensors right on the first turn. And then we're going to have to be a little reactive to what happens, but I like the start here we have here. I'm going to put 1 catapult about here on the corner to try to give us as much coverage as possible. And with that, I think we're ready for the next night. here goes nothing on night 2. Do I want to move anybody around? Should probably move you up. Just so you... Actually, let's move you up so you can get those sorted out. And then I think you're going to be able to hit... Oops. Let's not do anything foolish. Put you there and put you there. All right. Here goes. Hold your breath, cross your fingers. That is what you hate to see. Oh, wow. Okay, we just got very unlucky here. What's your deal? You're energetic, which means, remind me. Gets an extra move. Got it. Okay, so these ones I think we can leave. If I move to here... Do we get it? Okay. Slightly saved. With an emphasis on slightly. Okay, so I'm gonna need to accelerate forward, but I'm gonna drop a poison here, which should guaranteed take out those two fast movers. How can I not see them right now? Come on. I hate these trees. Alright, that'll get them. Now, that was a lot to spend on that turn. And I don't know which is the right way for me to go with my... I'll have to figure that out, Robbie. I admittedly haven't looked into it that closely. All right, we're relying on you to do what needs to be done, but I think these guys are going to get the surround on you potentially, so that's going to be unfortunate. But I think I'm going to have to... We're super divided right now. And we don't have line of sight. Oh, we have line of sight on that. That changes everything. Well, changes everything might be a little too strong of a descriptor. I don't think I'm going to spend... Well, I should spend it on Tight Volley. It's only 1 mana. There we go. We'll do that. And then things are going to get a little hairy over here. And I don't quite have the range. Oh god, the runners are so bad. Wow, that did damage. Okay, we hate to see that. Let's see. So if I do 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Multi-hit paying dividends, but I'm going to try and take out some of these heavyweights, but yeah, the multi-hit is making a big difference. Now you... I'm just going to armor you up here, because you're going to take some heat. Now this part feels very messy. I don't feel like I have the action economy right now to do what I need to. Like, this not getting a guaranteed kill is bad. This should take the 3 of them out. And then I think I just run away a bit because I don't have much in the way of armor here, and I'm going to need everything I can get. But this side is seeming pretty under control now, so I'm gonna back off a bit and hope that we can reinforce this side, because this side is getting bad over here. Okay, back protection does good work. Okay, so I think one of these should do a lot of work on this cluster over here. And then if I move down to here... Yeah, that just doesn't do as much as I necessarily wish it would. This, I'm hoping I get all the runners. Didn't get all the runners. Yeah, this is a little scary. Okay, so we think we just... do as much damage as we can over here before we transfer over. Because I don't think we're going to get much... Once we get over there, we're not going to get much action. But next turn, we're going to need to support. Now, over here... We're just kind of doing the wrecking ball thing. And do we have any action over here? I mean, we could take out this guy, but I don't think that's our biggest problem. So I think, and you're the one that has movement. I think moving to here is probably better. I think it protects us a little better. Well, but it puts us in kind of a bad place. This is probably the better... I am conflicted. I think we leave ourselves where we are. This is the big mass that we're that is threatening. These guys are going to ruin us pretty quick if we're not careful. It is, Ultima. It is. Have you put it in your rearview mirror? Is that what you're telling me? You've figured it out and put me to shame? Because I welcome advice, to be sure. Okay, so we need to start getting some goodness going in here, but we also need. We don't have enough. I don't think we have enough to get everything stabilized over here either. What's my plan? My plan is to use those, proc back protection here, and then leave that there. Okay, so now over here, this guy's roasted. Which means I can probably put 1 there and 2 there. I know I'm spending mana I don't necessarily have, but... This guy's not moving that far. I'm going to put some damage in on this guy, because I think it'll help. Okay, we got lucky on that one. Let's see how the bees perform over here. Just need to focus a bit on the impending doom that we have. What's the... These are all coming in at the moment. So let's slow everybody down. Take a step back. We may take a hit. Actually, yeah, if we take one more step back, we don't take the hit. And then we should have our archer fully engaged over here, but we have to keep balancing this with our hammer, which I don't know if we can. Actually, I guess this is the only place we're going to get a good catapult. And this looks like a pretty good catapult. So let's alleviate our worries. Yeah, this way we don't have to worry so much. All right. This is still a mess, obviously. Okay, let's get rid of them. We only have 6 movement. So if I move to here, I can hit, move. Nope. How do I get that one? I don't think I do. All right, we're going to take a bit of panic, it looks like, because I'm going to move to here. Melee, melee, and then I can't quite get anywhere near that guy, so we're going to take a hit there, but that's okay. Now let's see. What's the play here? That's pretty close to optimal. But we're really starting to see our mana evaporate on our ranged character. But I think we still need to do it. The dodge is unfortunate. This guy is also a little annoying. Okay. Now, we got... All 4 of these are dying. So I think we take a little bit of a step forward and we just drop a poison into this mass, because it's relatively cheap. And then... Oh, I thought that was going to be a kill because of the debuff arrow that we had there. I could nuke these 2, but it seems a bit excessive. If I move to here, can I just... I probably overextended on Durand, and they're going to get hit for it. But... Okay. We're flying a little close to the sun at the moment. Alright, this is the turn where we gotta make good decisions. As opposed to all the other turns where, you know, we're just making poor decisions. Is this a punch kill? Okay, that's a punch kill. Good stuff. Now... I'm going to try and lure this guy over to be our held-in-place friend. That was the wrong ability. For 1 mana, though, this is an easy choice. That makes me sad, though. The amount of energy it took to zero that one out was very unfortunate. But the walls are doing work. We got some good poison rolling. That looks good. Okay, yeah, so this guy's going to sit here punching our friend in the face, which is our friend's job, so we like that. Yeah, multi-hit definitely was a big component in our success here. I really don't like not having full weapons, though, Bear. I want you to know how great a sacrifice I am making for you. Okay, so these are both dead, which means it's time to go sensor hunting. All right, we'll have you come down here, and you... I don't think you need to armor up, because you have back protection procced. Yeah, you're going to be just fine. Okay. Wait, did I not get the kill on this? It survived with 4. What am I doing with my life? Alright, that's all fine. Can I get the shot around on this one? There we go. Alright, good enough. So next turn, are we going full workers, Bear? Is that your theory? That next turn we're just going to get our worker count up to 11? Crank it all the way up to 11? Do a bit of the old gardening while we're at it. I should be using the Fey Amulet. That's, hello? Why can no one move? I've had this happen before. There we go. Much better. Again, with the not getting the kill. This staff is just doesn't hit as hard as I expect it to. Let's see. So we got all the sensors cleared here. We got to get this one, and then we're done. Wow, 2 more mines? Crikey. The extravagance of it. Let's see. So we should be using the Fey Amulet, certainly. Why don't I have line of sight to that? That's weird. Oh, the sensor is blocking line of sight. That's an interesting one. So I can't shoot the sensor because I don't have line of sight because of the tree, and I can't shoot the tree because the sensor is blocking line of sight. 8 workers. Okay. Hey, you've done it and I haven't, Bear. So I'm down to be proven wrong, or at least helped to see the light, as it were. All right, I'm gonna do just a touch more gardening here before we finish it off. I got a couple more trees. I really didn't do this very efficiently. My ranged character never did anything. This is a pricey proposition, Bear, but I am down to try it. Okay. All we have left now is I want to get this tree over here roasted. Which we can definitely do with our short bow. There we go. All right. Another flawless night. And the elite didn't ruin us. Seraphina fallen behind. Not hitting level 5. Tisk tisk. All right, so ideally we want a melee weapon from our night reward. Oh, they keep splitting us, too. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing. Oh, there's that melee weapon. And it's a mithril two-handed sword. That's almost a guarantee. That Master's Tome of Secrets is kind of disgusting. The Wildling armor is really good, too. This is an insane night reward. Replacing the... Let's look at what's in the shop. I know I'm not allowed to shop, but... Silver spear, a pistol, a silver hammer... Oh, man, that Inquisitor's cloak, that is so much isolated damage. Holy cow. Okay, let's do our level ups. 32 armor is pretty tempting, but we need the movement quite badly. And then we haven't picked up any accuracy, so we'll do a bit of that. Our mana's still holding strong. Our coagulation won't do us much good. Stunning is interesting. But I think it's Crit Master. Supriya. I think it's range damage. Another range damage. We're not rocking isolated right now. We need some accuracy. We're definitely lacking on accuracy. And then I think we take the mana regen of those. And then steady aim looks pretty good. And confident is quite nice, especially since we're at full health, but Crit Master is also good. I think we take confident first since we're sitting at full HP. Holy cow. We take the action point. We roll that. We take the crit. This is a lot of goodness. I'm tempted to go experience gain. Yeah, I think we go experience gain. And probably opportunistic. I'm going to roll that once. We'll take the daily mana regen. It's a big bump. We are doing poison, so I'll grab potent toxins. Magic fuel I'm less interested in. So I'll take Crit Master. Okay, so we have a very difficult decision. We have Durand, who has a really nice mana regen now, so we can start using the Power Staff more aggressively. But we've been offered another action point on a Tome of Secrets, which is a reasonably strong weapon. Or we have a two-handed sword, which is also a great complement to a hammer, because a two-handed sword gives mobility. I hate to do it, but I don't think we can take the Master's Tome of Secrets. The Wildling Armor is also exceptional, but we need it later on. So I'm going to pick up the Mithril two-hander because it saves us money. I wish we had a shield. Now, okay, so now we're going up to, we're building 2 more mines. So in this scenario, Bear, can I use a 4 spot to remove this? Can I use 4 miners to remove this, or 4 workers to remove this? Or are you getting 3 mines, upgrading them, and sinking a worker into them? Because that's an impressive feat, if I do say so myself. We don't need weapons. The Inquisitor Cloak could be money in the right hands. The spiked armor is nice. Okay, 1-4 ruin is okay. All right, so let's start there. Because this will allow us to get our mines close to our circle. There we go. And then we're going to, you're saying we do production on both of them, right? Yep. 1, 2. Then we sink 1 worker into this, which gets us up to 31. We could do another mine if we can get up to 36. So we need to, if we can come up with 5 gold in unnecessary equipment, har. It would be like this worn light coat. I think is the best thing. Then night two was another flawless sleeping, so it worked out quite nicely for us. And then we have a touch of money left. The Rusty Shield is honestly tempting. The Attack Turtle Charm is also quite decent, except the physical damage on it is kind of meh. The Healing Potion +1 is probably our best bet to try and help get Seraphina up, since we're not going to be buying anything else. And I think we're going to have 1 more catapult. I'm going to put it kind of over here. Oh, I guess we get 2 more catapults, so I'll probably put 1... I'm tempted to put it back here and just accept that things are going to get a little close to home, and I don't want to lose anything. We'll probably put it here. No, yeah, I think we put it here. Okay, so we got decent catapult coverage. I'm going to buy the health potion, I think. I'd love to buy the shield, but going from 0 block to 4 block is kind of marginal. So this time I'm going to be a little more aggressive in my positioning of things. So put you kind of over here. Yeah, I think the health potion is going to pay the most dividends, since I don't think the shield protects us that much. So I'm going to pick up that. Put that there, and then we can use that heal right off the bat to keep us out of wound range. All right, that looks pretty good, I think. Now, we're hoping for no runners. No runners, big money, no runners. Here we go. Because we are getting encroached on. I don't see runners. Okay, so it doesn't look like we got anything up here, so that's pretty good. Let's see. So if I move to here... we can knock some fools out, and then... there's not a lot of... Let's see, if I... Do I have... Okay, so I can move to here. Drop that bomb. And then move to here to proc back protection. Alright, that was pretty good. Now. Poison, do your worst. Now we have a lot of mana regen, so I'm gonna be going a little more aggro. See, this guy's already going in, which feels bad. Like if this guy doesn't stop at this wall, we're gonna have a sad time. See him in the fog, Robbie? So I'm just slowing folks down right now. And putting in a little bit of damage while I do it. That's a pretty nice... I don't think that's necessary, though. Because I can just take this guy out. I should have probably used the power shots on that one, though. Alright, you can just armor up and quaff your potion. Okay, this guy moved advantageously, which is good. But I can't help but feel like there are a lot of baddies. All of a sudden. Let's see. Okay, so we'll just move back like that. Already liking the idea of some of that, but maybe not quite yet. Behind the little white dots, Robbie. You can see the enemy in the fall and white little dots. I'm not sure exactly what you're seeing, but I am curious. Okay, let's drop a bees here. And blow this guy up, I hope. Nope. No dice. Okay. But we're going to be spending some mana, I think, in hopes of securing more kills. We're already getting a little... I'm getting a little nervous here. I think we might want to just soften these guys up some. Because I think... do this to just snare the bad guys. We're already down to 3 action points here. Do I have a target for this? I feel like I need to be using this early and often, but I don't think I have a great... I mean, this is... Actually, that's a lot of aggregate baddies deleted. So, I'll do that. Let's put some damage there, and then this is not going to get much effect, and this I should probably just do to kind of increase the likelihood that we survive this one. But these ones are going to be a little annoying. Okay, so you need to move back so you don't get surrounded. You're okay, and you're relatively okay. Hey, Stefan. Welcome to the party. We're doing our best impressions of knowing what we're supposed to be doing on this apocalypse difficulty, but I'm not gonna lie, it's a little tenuous, and we got a lot of problems for sure. Okay, so that's pretty good. But we have so many exclamation points here, I feel like. So if I move to here, I can momentum you, whack you in the head, step over one, actually step back one, and I have 3 movement, so I'm gonna whack that guy, proc back protection there. Alright, that was interesting. Now we've left this guy kind of hanging out here, which is not the best, but we're going to be able to use this catapult, hopefully, if we can eliminate all of these troublemakers. I think that's worth doing. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm playing a dangerous game. That's the solution, Stefan. I like it. Let's see. We're just gonna spend all the mana that we have here, I think. Oh, that killing him early is very unfortunate. All right, now we're into the danger zone here. We need some lucky bees. That catapult's all used up. That one's all used up. Next turn we'll get use of that one, I think. Let's see, if I move over to here, I think I can knock that out. And then retreat a bit. I'm worried we're going to start taking building damage. Like, these are... they are encroaching quickly. Oh, I don't like him getting hit by that. That's not good. Alright, we're taking damage. Alright. This is going to be quite the make or break turn for us. I can't get everybody, so I'm gonna do this. And we're just gonna hope that that really clears that that crowd out. Okay, that was pretty good. Now, that looks like it's probably gonna be just about as good as we're gonna get. Now, what am I even surrounded by here? Okay, so I'm here, which is not the place you want to be. Oh, losing that action feels bad. Does that proc back protection? Okay, it does. Okay, so we have too many baddies for what we have for firepower. Is the short version here. Oh, and I'm running low on mana, too. That feels very unfortunate. So I'm trying to stop this guy from moving without... well, I was trying to stop him from moving without doing much more, but it didn't work out particularly well. Okay, so that took you out. Now this guy, we've snared him, which means we can do damage. But we still have... We might be able to... Okay, what do we need? We need 1 action point. So, okay, so if we move to here... We can snare all of them, but we can't quite Scorching Wave them. We don't have the distance. So I don't think that's the play. Okay, so yeah, I think we... relocate to over here. Step back 1. Scorching Wave. And then hope that we don't get too wailed on. Yeah, I think we may just take structure loss here. Yeah, this structure down here is very... What the... Yeah. Alright, we took structure loss. What was this, though? That was disgusting. Oh, it all falls apart. I can't say exactly what I think I was supposed to do, but... Or maybe this is just a necessary loss, but... We need to protect the gold mine. Isolated is a very... Or, opportunistic is not doing the work we need it to right now. I would if you can tell me something that I should have done materially different, a way that you think that I misplayed it, Bear. I would be open to experimentation. But at the moment, I'm a bit at a loss for what the alternate play looks like here. So I would have a hard time. Move back like that, I guess, and then I guess we just leave you there. Yeah, I'm not sure what one does differently. That dodge probably just saved our life. Oh, come on. See, that's the kind of thing where I just kind of go, you know, there's always going to be errors like that. And if success or failure is contingent on, like, getting lucky with initial placement, that feels rough. Which, you know, it's early access. Things are allowed to feel rough. But, yeah, I'm curious to play things out a little bit more. So I'm not opposed to some experimentation, as it were. I mean, I think the power staff is hurting us still. That's probably my my number one thought on the matter. Oh, I left you out here to just kind of languish, didn't I? Yeah, things really fell apart quite quickly, though. That's for sure. Yeah, 47 is a lot to take on those hits. So let's see. So you're saying the way to restart a night so that we can kind of try again. Well, because we'll call it here. I think it is safe to say that we're not going to be doing work with down a person when we need to be picking up a person on the next run. But I just exit to menu before the night is out? Is that the hack? I go main menu. Your progress will not be saved. Progress can only be saved during the day. Your next game will resume at the end of the previous deployment phase. Okay. All right, so we just got crushed on the third night, and we are going to play a little bit of cheese here in the name of learning, and we are going to restart the deployment phase, knowing that we might want to have our melee character down here and our archer up here. So we're just going to try this again, but I am curious to see how this plays out. I'm also going to spend mana a bit more aggressively this time. But those are the changes we're going to make, and we're going to try night 3 again. Oh yeah, no question. No question, Bear. At this point, the fog is exceedingly close. That was a very unfortunate breakpoint. The fog. The fog is all up in our grill. Oh, I still have one action point. I should spend that before I scamper off. There we go. At one point, beasting was not dodgeable. I would like to say, for the record, that I think that was a good way to be. Be more like beasting. Be undodgeable, please. I feel like this power staff is just, it's a breakpoint machine. Alright, so you're not dying on your own. You're not dying on your own. And then we can just run back like this, and let's see what the bulk of their forces look like. Let's see, so I'm thinking we take a step forward and we hit this cluster with bees. Hope that we get some... Alright, that was pretty much what I was hoping for. The breakpoints, I tell ya. When it takes an extra action for every kill, you're not having a good time. And then let's just slow down a cluster back here. Keep things under control. We already have a lot of action here. Let's this looks like it could be a good place to just drop 3 of these in and hope that we get some good propagates. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to take out these 2, which is supremely annoying. Okay. Then I think we start out and we hammer this guy. Of course, we beat him within an inch of his life rather than finishing him up. The hammer does work, especially when your character is sitting at 25% crit on night 3. We have 8 movement left, so I think we can move 1 over, get a little bit of that action, and then maybe we can lure some of these over this way so that they don't attack. They don't attack the building. All right. So this is going to be what a different... Oh, that was very sloppy leaving the archer hanging out right there. But there's just there's such a density of mobs right here. It's going to be tough. I'm looking for a good sword blast territory, sword blast here. And then if I move to here, I can zap them, but I just lost my, off by 1. You love to see it. I lost my back protection, which might... Seraphina has very little defense without back protection, so that's going to be very problematic. And I can't really one-shot any of these, which is unfortunate. Because I want to get into position to do a nice scorching wave here. But the good ones are all a little further down, so maybe I move into this position. I guess I can do that twice. The dodge on the second one. We're gonna get this guy killed now. I really thought I could get him out with the second one. Now, okay, I haven't used my catapults, so I think that was the big mistake here, is I should have been more aggressive with my catapult use early. Because now we're kind of in a bad way. I think we do that just to stave things off a little bit. But we're going to have... I think we're going to take just an ungodly amount of damage from... from the mobs during this night, because we didn't proc back protection here, and we left our completely naked caster surrounded, unable to retreat the way that I expected they would be able to. So... I guess the moral of the story is just don't hold your breath, because I think I may have fouled this one up quite badly. Is there any way I can... These are all kind of middling targets. That's pretty good. It secures 2 kills on things that we're going to do a bunch of damage here. So I'll do that. And then... Honestly, I think I do that to get rid of this guy. Even though it takes some walls out. Alright, let's see how many people die. Yikes. Alright. We're all out of catapult-y goodness. Oh, come on with these breakpoints. Okay. So I think we try and use dramatic entrance just to extract ourselves from the terrible place that we put ourselves. These 2 need to go, so we'll use some bees on them. Right now I'm just trying to get us back to being below the panic threshold. Easier said than done. I think we need to... Oh. Alright, well... The thing that we needed to do, I think, is no longer an option. So... I was going to use tight volley here to slow down these fools. But it looks like we can retreat to there, we can retreat to there, and we can retreat to here. We did get all the exclamation points. But now is the turn where we're going to start taking house damage. Okay, so we need to right the ship right now, or all bets are off. Okay, that was... I guess could have been worse. So we're getting 4 here, 4 here. Alright, so I think we just take one of the 4s. There's no saving us. Oh, and we are out of mana. Nearly. Yeah, and I think we're just going to delete as many exclamation points as we can, but again, I don't think we have the juice. So maybe standing here we can... No, that line... Well, I mean, that line is... I guess it's pretty good, but... And then if we set this one up... Oh, we're still not getting there. This removes 2 for all our remaining action points. So that's all we have left, and now we're going to start taking big damn. Okay, we get the opportunistic proc. We have the bees, which should help with these 4. I mean, we may not lose any critical infrastructure. I don't even know about that, though. Really needed that to kill. That's a lot of damage. Let's see. Where are you? 6 off. Okay, what's the play here? We need to get rid of you. We need to get rid of you. I think we also need to get rid of you. Alright, and then we can't really shoot anyone, so we're just gonna take the poison. Why do you have no movement? I kind of left you hanging out in a very awkward sort of way here. So wait, are you saying, Bear, are you saying less arrow rain or more arrow rain? Because I feel like I waited on arrow rain for the best opportunities, and then here, mage dies. Yeah, so I feel like I used all the mana that our arrow person had. All right. Well, we're gonna learn more. Yeah. So I think I did that, Bear. Maybe I didn't. But let's we're experimenting. Let's give it another go. So main menu. Okay. So this is attempt number 3 on night number 3. Apocalypse 5. I'm liking this configuration, but we're going to try more aggressively utilizing our catapults, etc., and more aggressively using our mana and just see if that yields better results. Hello? Is that coming through? I knew we lost audio, but it looks like I'm back now. Can you hear me? Sorry about that. No, I whacked my Go LX XLR and it disconnected the USB and did not reinitialize. But then I opened up the Go XLR software and it's currently doing a firmware update. So I think any moment now I'm going to lose sound again. So give me a moment here. And then I'm gonna start over. Yeah. Check. All right. Oh no. Oh my gosh, why are they pushing updates to everything right now? Okay. I think we're good. So everybody can hear me. We got game sound yet? No. We don't. I may need to restart the game for it to recognize. So give me one moment here. Oh my gosh, the technical difficulties. I come back to streaming and you see what happens? All right, we got sound again. Beautiful. All right. Let's see before I get going. All right, so this is our third attempt. We are going to go absolutely ham. We're going to leave nothing on the playing field for night number 3 and see if we can make it work. Oh, the worst first world problems you can possibly imagine, Stefan. No doubt about it. Okay, so right off the bat. So I look at this bear, and I don't know if you see the same thing, but I see that I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I can get 6 with tight volley for cheaper. Now, obviously, Rain of Arrows just deletes this stuff, so maybe the 5 for 3 mana is worth it. But I often will fall back on tight volley in situations like that, and then I think we just give it all it's worth. Now, all right, we're going, this is full ham mode. So we Sword Blast there. But then I'm gonna... Let's see, if I move to here, I do proc back protection. I get a nice momentum hit there. Quaff some potion, and then I'm thinking, okay, so I have an idea. I'm gonna poison this one just because it's a nice straight line, right? Very predictable what's gonna happen there. Then I'm gonna come over here, and I kind of want to kill this guy so that I get a very consistent bee sting. So I'm going to do that. Drop another bee sting here. So they should all be on a 2-turn timer now. Okay. So that's approximately a pretty expensive first turn. I'm saving all the catapults because... Oh, taking 2 hits there is not good. I'm saving all the catapults because on this turn we should be in better position to utilize them. Well, we'll hold off on that for the moment, but let's get our Rain of Arrows. Every enemy we delete is one less we have to deal with. No, I've let this guy come in, which I think is definitely a mistake. Now let's see. How do we... We're kind of lacking targets here. We have 2 actions left. We can move to here and hope for a crit. Which we kind of half got. And then, let's see. We're going to have to do this guy in, for sure. But before we do that, let us leave no bees unpropagated. Yeah, I should just... The power staff in this case should just be renamed the off by 1 staff. Oh, that we got a nasty miss on that one. All right, we're spending mana like it's going out of business. I'm letting my characters get surrounded, which is a bad look. But now we're in a good position to get some really juicy catapults off, right? I think it's better to secure kills than with a catapult than to like soften up a bunch of enemies. I think that right there is probably the optimal spot to be hitting. There we go, and then 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm going to need to get our melee over there, I think, to clean up these ones. Probably could have done a little better there in terms of action economy. Okay, these 3 should get relatively wrecked. Okay, the mana is going fast, but that's a nice catapult, even though I think I'm taking out some poisoned baddies. Okay. I just left you out to dry. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. This guy's just like chilling with 6 hit points. Okay, so after this, we're going to be in an interesting position if we can even stave off the badness, which I'm unconvinced of, but that's a good start. Okay, so It's a good start. I gotta hand it to the longsword. That charge ability is stupid good. As is Sword Blast, although we try not to think too hard about Sword Blast because it's conceptually a little strange. What does it mean to blast a sword? This is the question. Okay, so we have 4 action points. We need this guy to go away for sure. Then this guy is vulnerable, so we can take him out, and okay, you have one more. So let's delete you, and then who else has one more? You do. Okay. Despite every... Hello. Yeah, this is... So this is the make or break turn. Hate that this guy didn't die. So I think we have to do that, but we have officially entered the out of mana zone. This guy has too much block. I shouldn't have been using that ability on them, but that's okay. Sword Blast again. I'll take things that don't blast for 400, Alex. The answer to that category is always swords. So even after all that, we couldn't perfect it. This is the first time we've survived. Well, we're very close to not surviving, I should say. But we definitely still took a heaping helping of panic. Okay, but we don't have any more action points, so let's not. So we could press forward at this point. We didn't lose any critical infrastructure, and I think it's worth playing it out. So let's let this one go, even though basically everybody is crippled beyond a reasonable level. And I don't think we come back from this, but we can at least see if the build strategy for an inn, if the math works out. Okay, let's do our level ups. 6 block I would probably take. We'll take the damage. Take the crit power. probably take the daily mana regen. I'll take the 50 crit power because our crit is so high. We are critting very consistently. And then we don't need Armor Master at this moment, so I'll take Thrifty. Well, we need the movement points because everybody is crippled beyond anything that is reasonable. I'm not sure I follow you, Bear. You're saying... Yes, you're saying always spend workers on ruins, right? Which I think we've mostly done here. Let's see. I'll grab Crit Master. And a big mana bump. 2 propagation bounces is hard to turn down. But, and then, well, Confident is definitely not getting procced. That one is is an easy one. Oh. I'll grab Steady Aim. Okay, so we have 6 workers. We have 3 gold mines. Now, to rush the inn, Bear, right now, if we spend our 3 workers, we are going to get 75 gold. If we spend our 3 workers on this, we're going to get 48 gold. So I think we spend... And then what is for 4? For a 4 spot, we get 72 gold. Oh, are you referring to these ruins here? The shrine walls, Bear? Because I agree, they're hugely advantageous. It's just like a distraction. But anyway, so our highest gold return is going to be mine, which gets us up to 275. Then we can build the inn. Well, we have 3 more, so we want to destroy probably this here. Hey, Rusty, it was good. I'm going to be playing it again soon. Probably on Friday I'll play it again. And then I guess there's not a good place to put the inn right now. But I just want to see. So we put this down and we end up with 108 gold, which is not enough to afford any of the heroes. Oh, thank you, Rusty. I appreciate it. Very kind of you. I appreciate the tossing that out there. Thank you, Rusty. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Eratus last night. So, okay, so Canuck, let's talk about this. So I think I've done everything relatively to spec. And now we're kind of sitting here, and we can't afford the cheapest hero. So I know you've done this before, and you've managed that. I could probably sell some stuff to get it rolling, but we've sacrificed so much just to get here. And then on night 3, we still don't see the benefit necessarily. I mean, that's true. We were only 1 off though, right? Our rating last night just wasn't S tier. So is that the difference maker? Because we get an extra, what, 25 gold for that? That's pretty, that would put us at being able to afford Liu, Thorndyke, or Meg only, I think. Wait, Rusty, have you not seen any of my RimWorld streams? Wait, how are we missing a worker? Where was the worker supposed to come from? Were we supposed to upgrade, or were we supposed to create a house last time? Because we have this one upgraded, this one upgraded. All three of our houses are upgraded. We could have had 4 houses. Could we have? I'm not so sure. I mean, because I just looking around, right? I sold 3 pieces of gear off of this one. I kept the gear on our melee because I didn't want our melee to die. And I only bought the hand crossbow and the magic hat, which was a total of like less than 50 gold. So getting to 8 workers, I think, would have been rough while saving enough for this. No worries, Rusty. I thought you might have been around for some of the RimWorld streams, but all right, I think I'm going to call this one and start another run, because we had a promising start here, but as hard as we push towards these 3 gold mines, like, oh, I wish. And I was looking at it earlier today, Rusty, and the fact that the new hero is as far out as the new hero coming much later than mid-February. So Bear, it took us 3 attempts with the weaponry that we bought just to make it to this stage, right? And we got relatively lucky with the enemy selection. So if we had further hamstrung ourselves, so, right, we could have had Supriya not have the hand crossbow and the magic hat and only have the steel crossbow. I just think there's no way in that world that we could have come out on top. Like, I think, yeah, let's just, we'll abandon, we'll go back, we'll run it back again, and we'll see if we get better luck this next time. All right, so we did something a little unprecedented, and we did a few attempts at the same night, to no avail, but we're gonna go in for another one, and see how we do. So Bear, I thought we had pretty solid weapons and heroes that time around, but maybe I was wrong. We also, on our first 2 nights, had split attention, in the sense that we had them coming from 2 directions every time, which might have hurt us a little bit. Because I don't think that's always the case. So let's see what our characters look like. So we have Salim, who is a knight, love knight, great perk, wise, bunch of mana, and 1-armed, no left hand. Does that mean you can't use 2-handeds, or can't use offhands? Either way, that's a funky one. I'm not sure I'm super excited about that. The helmet here is gonna go, and the fur pants may go. Our next character is Danielle, who is a cook, hate cook, wise, and corrupt. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough, Bear, to be sure. This token looks good for a melee character. I like the short bow. It's pretty decent. Those boots, those pants, can I think... I'll just swap those. I like having crit on this character. But I really don't like their... Danielle has bad abilities. And then we have Carrier, Swift, and Discreet, which is pretty bad. I don't like the loss of XP right off the bat, but this this is better than the armor, I think, early on. We'll put the pants there. Put the health there. Move the damage to our ranged character. Put the dodgy helmet on you and the nasal helm on you. So I think, Rusty, that's one of the things that Red Hook has mentioned they're planning to address with the next update is more roguelike elements. Now, one thing I can't help but notice is our melee has 59 mana, and our range character has 60 mana. So that might prove useful. But I guess we just have to see how this goes and hope that the answer is marginally well. All right. Let's not dilly-dally too long and see. We have kind of a bad setup with these sensors, and of course the bulk of the baddies are going to come right in to exactly this spot, but that's okay. Now, we can't go too deep because we only have 2 movement points left. I guess we can kind of blockade this, though. Yeah, Stefan. Have a good night. Thank you for swinging by. And I hope you managed to get some R&R, rest and recuperation. It was great to see you. So if I stand here, I'm only going to get hit by 1, which is pretty good. Oh, I don't love the Tome of Shadows as an opening weapon because its action economy kind of stinks. Like, it's very hard to use up everything. Alright, so I guess we'll do that. I'm just going to defend up here, and then I think we just put damage in on this dude. Alright. Oh, I did not expect that to come in that way. I tried to conserve so that I would have a lot of options there, but that didn't seem to work terribly well. And then I guess we lightning here. That lightning felt unimpactful and very expensive. Okay. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seems like all I'm getting is 4 no matter where I look. So let's just... I do like that those shield bearer dudes are pretty squishy. I don't like that they're getting a bit of a surround on my melee, but... I'm gonna punch this guy to death, it seems. And then we'll retreat a bit. And then I guess I need to retreat a bit further here. That's 5 and 5. Okay, so yeah, I felt like I'm reserving judgment on Eratus at this point. I have yet to complete my first run, so I don't want to speak too soon. And I'm still playing on the most trivial difficulty. The things that give me pause or concern about Eratus is I do think that there's a lot of complexity. How did they get so close? How did they surround me there? I really didn't think they were going to. How curious. I guess it was sensor badness that caused that. Yeah, so I tend to feel like Eratus has a insane amount of complexity. It's very, very high on complexity, and not always in a way that I'm like that complexity is really rewarding. That's my concern about it. Is that I really enjoy complexity when it builds towards a system that is that's interesting. And so far I've not been blown away by that with Eratus. Oh, really? Did it did the last biome on the easiest difficulty was Ruination? Because I haven't gotten there yet, and I'm wondering if it will happen to me as well. I feel like I have a strong crew, but you know, you don't really know until until you know. Yeah, and the RNG is, you know, a pro and con. Like I am very supportive of Red Hook's decision to make Darkest Dungeon 2 a little less RNG-ish. The axe just, it feels bad when you're not hacking through 3 baddies. It just feels a little flat. But yeah, I find Eratus to be quite a different game. And I think thematically there are aspects of it that I am excited to explore more, and some that I'm not super overwhelmingly positive about. I think the stress and insanity system for, you know, like you inflicting stress on the heroes is a cool system. Like I enjoy that idea, but I find it very it feels unimpactful. Like I don't when I hit hard with stress attacks, or even when I hit hard with any attacks, I just find it kind of doesn't have the same impact. And to me, that's really important in a game. Like there have been moments in Darkest Dungeon 2 or in Darkest Dungeon 1, I mean, where I just kind of like, I had something happen and I could feel like the impact of the action. You know, like I'm holding my breath, waiting for something positive or negative to happen, and I really enjoy that. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait and see. I think that the proof will be in the pudding if I can start to see the enemy combos. You know, because that's the thing that I'm looking for in Eratus, or not the enemy combos, but kind of the friendly combos. Actually, if I were to go exactly the reverse of what I just said, you know, the way that the characters synergize is very important to me. And so far, I've been less than blown away by the way that synergy feels. You know, how characters move together. I don't really fully understand the character identity either. I think is one of the challenges that I'm facing. So this will bounce between all of you. I don't think that's really worth it. Feels like there are a lot of baddies out here at the moment. Okay, we don't have any back protection, so I don't think there's any value in not moving our axe person back a notch or two. That just feels bad. I don't really have anything else that I can do, so I guess... Well, they're not going to do very... Those two aren't going to do very much damage. But at the moment, I'm just kind of looking at the mana and feeling like I'm... feeling like I'm spending a lot of mana. Move you there, and then I despise the... That just feels bad. But yeah, I don't... The thing that I'm going to be very interested to see, Rusty, is if the final zone just obliterates me. I don't know if that's going to be exciting and I'm going to be like, ooh, this is awesome. Or if that's going to be more frustrating for me. Yeah, so I've kind of seen that one coming a little bit, Bear. Like, you know, it seems to me that at some point the game is going to hinge heavily on looking at who you're about to encounter and then doing your best to tailor your party to be able to deal damage and things like that. At the moment, I don't have, like, it's been very hard for me to determine, oh, okay, well, this is, you know, these ones are very susceptible to sanity damaging attacks, and these ones are, you know, very susceptible to this kind of attack, which I think that's one of the challenges that Eratus has, is that the UI is not as communicative as I would like it to be around certain things. Like, it's not easy for me to know who has a big sanity bar versus a little sanity bar. Which sounds like a silly thing, but like the only way that you find out whose sanity bar is which is to mouse over a character and then look at what they have going on, and that's a very onerous process. And a lot of the things that are very important to making the game kind of shine are a bit disguised or hidden away from the player, and that has been perhaps the biggest challenge that I've faced. Now, I could spend a bunch of mana on these guys, but I don't really want to, so I think I'm just gonna see what I can do with the good old Book of Shadows. Ooh, it's not very much. That's what we just learned. Yeah, so I've seen the Darkest Dungeon milestones on their Twitter. And, you know, you have to remember that that isn't the end of development, right? At least not in my experience. That is their roadmap to 1.0, which is not their roadmap to the kind of the end of time. You know, they'll keep developing it as they go. So I'm feeling pretty bullish. I think that I'm trying to remember where I mentioned this previously, but I think that the biggest challenge right now from like a replayability perspective that Darkest Dungeon 2 faces is the fact that you can't put multiple of the same hero on a single squad. Whoa, I think I just got an audio skip there. That was interesting. So right, yes, I am getting exactly that. That's interesting. Hopefully that doesn't keep up. But yeah, so you can't have, say, 2 lepers or 4 lepers on your team, and that means that the actual party comps that are available to you are substantially less dynamic. Right, like you have many less permutations to work with, and I think that is very challenging. And they're going to need to add a lot more variance to make that work. And I'm not sure exactly how that is going to look. Now let's see. All right, we have some type of sound glitch that I think is new to the new patch. That or it's the ways in which I mean, I restarted the game since then, but since I had my audio issue, but maybe it's me. Oh, but that's really annoying. I'm going to body block a bit here. Oh yeah, audio is just cutting out. Okay. That's all good. This guy's not going to do much damage, so we'll be good. Yeah, that last game we had really exceptional offerings from the night rewards too. That's going to be hard to let's see. Someone is going to need to come over here and just punch this. But yeah, I think that's what's going to be so interesting about Darkest Dungeon 2 is going to be they're making a very distinct game, right? It's going to be very different. Yeah, I'm trying to think who needs the most love. I think the occultist needs a lot of love. Yeah, I noticed that too, Bear. Just on the previous run. What's your essence sitting at? Because I imagine you've played more than I have, I presume. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have more time played and more worthless essence collection under my belt. 665k? Is that how I am meant to interpret that? Or you have 665 total essence? That would be far more impressive. If you manage to down Apocalypse 5 and let's see, okay, I can go down and do those 2 centers, and you hadn't even gotten all the unlocks, that would be incredible. No, I don't think you're a slow learner. I think you're ahead of the game. And I hope that by the time I hit 665k essence, I will similarly be as wise in the ways of this game as you are. Let's see. I think one power shot could have taken that out, so better safe than sorry. Let's see, any trees that I've missed blowing up? There's a tree over here that I probably should have gotten. So I think Rusty, and I would have to kind of go back and look at my YouTube videos. Ooh, careful! Oops, that was almost too much mustard. But I'd have to go back and look. But I think I've beat the game with every character. Not every character combination, mind you, but every character I have taken to the end at this point. And beaten the chains. Now, you know, I recognize that with so many more chapters to come, there's going to be a lot more, you know, like, oh yeah, but you need fill in the blank skill, or you need, you know, or this is particularly effective, etc. But right now, I'm not too strongly of the opinion that any class is unworkable. Which I think is, to Red Hook's credit, there are just so many disparate power levels is the real challenge. Like the leper is so strong. Let's see, and then this one, yeah, that one's all done. So we can run over to here. And have you done all your things? Yeah. The leper is insanely strong. The jester is, I mean, for lack of a better description, the jester is just kind of required because they're the only passable stress healer. I disagree strongly, Rusty. I think you sell yourself short. But all I was trying to get at with that observation is that I think they are all playable. I think that some of them are much, much stronger than others. And I would like to see the power level increased on some of our mutual favorites, like the Grave Robber. Which I will say, the Grave Robber was similarly weak in Darkest Dungeon 1, is my recollection. So... And then I wanted to kill this tree over here. So if I just... Oh, you can't... Oh, that's interesting. This tree is actually surrounded, so you can't get to it with a melee character. Yeah, I just feel like... Like, if Grave Robber had a bit more synergy, like, we'd have a very different situation. But so far, the Grave Robber feels very squishy, much like the Darkest Dungeon 1 Grave Robber felt. Darkest Dungeon 1 Grave Robber always, to me, felt dangerously teetering on the edge of death, because basically nothing benefits a character more than being able to take a hit, right? The least tanky character is always going to have a pretty big disadvantage, simply because they can so easily die. And so you can offset that in a couple ways, right? The way that I normally think that you should do that is with kind of a glass cannon type of situation, right? You say, okay, this character is a glass cannon. We're going to offset that by by making them have some of the highest damage in the game. But right now, it kind of feels like one of the highest damage dealers in the game is the Leper, who also conveniently is the most tanky, is the most survivable, has the most self-healing. So I'm not sure. I don't know exactly what the remedy is, but it's very important to me that that some of the classes feel more viable, given the fact that we have so few permutations. You know, I want to be able to see an interesting quirk on any character and find a way to make that character work. And right now, oftentimes it feels like the quirks are not the difference makers. So I guess to put it a different way, it would be really nice if a grave robber with a positive quirk was better than a leper with a mediocre quirk. And right now that hasn't quite actualized that way. Like, I think the leper does well with even with, say, bad quirks. And yeah, we need more diverse healer options. Like, as I think the occultist is basically unplayable in its current form as a healer. Like, Rid Reconstitution used to be a bit of a meme, but now with the new way that, like, they lock skills so you can't heal when certain things are above or below certain levels, etc., Rid Reconstitution feels like you don't get to use it until you're in trouble, and then when you're in trouble, you use it, and it's very punishing. Yeah, and I think as they add more content, that's naturally going to come. I don't have any reason to believe that we're not gonna see a lot more variants come. But looking at the roadmap, the thing that stuck out to me is, I think it's just in this next phase. What was it that they listed? They listed more roguelite tweaks, which I think is going to be very interesting, right? So we're going to have more ways. They're going to have more ways for the game to feel varied. And I think that's very important. And I think that also on their roadmap is permanent hero upgrades, which I think is potentially going to be very interesting. Because one thing that I can see happening with permanent hero upgrades is you can start to develop a build over the run, right? So you can be like, I want to invest in the Grave Robber, and if I get certain, say, permanent improvements, then the Grave Robber becomes very effective. So, you know, I think that could play out well. All right, so unlike our last run, we have the advantage of they're all coming from one side again, so we don't have to split our focus between two sides, which is good. Let's see how our night reward treats us. We want weapons. A pistol +2 with range damage on it is interesting. A journeyman's magic orb. I like the magic orb more, but the pistol +2, 85 to 103, it's just so good. I don't think we can say no to the pistol. Even though a pistol is far from my ideal weapon. Now I want to check something. This is a weird thing to check, but I just want to see. Can you wield a two-handed weapon? You can't wield a two-handed weapon at all. Holy cow. Being one-armed is unsurprisingly a problem. Big crit bump is going to be good here. All things being equal, I want some physical damage. No, Rusty. I love talking about this stuff. It's always from my perspective, it's really enjoyable to have something to kind of stream of consciousness talk about while I am, okay, health regen isn't that bad. While I'm playing around, we'll pick up Avid Learner and back protection. Yeah, Knight is interesting, but one-armed... Also, being one-armed I don't think generally makes you better at dodging, so... We'll take the action point for sure. We'll take the crit. And then we'll take the accuracy, and we'll take none of those. Take the crit power. Big crit power bump is nice. We'll take that and steady aim. Okay, let's pick up the big experience bump and the damage bump. And then I'm going to skip Avid Learner and go with Crit Master Thrifty here. Okay, so this is where we have the difficult decision. The difficult decision being, do we try the same strat as last time? I guess either way, I like doing the early house expansion, getting to 4, picking up the extra money, and then I'm all about investing in more house early. Now, if we do a 3, we get 48 gold back. You know, I have always believed that you need to wear your failures on your sleeve, because if you don't, you're, the only person you're letting down is yourself, because, well, and you're also, you know, not doing any favors to anyone else. Dang, that charm is beautiful. But I'm really, if this Rusty Dagger wasn't so trash, I'd probably pick it up. Because we need a one-handed weapon for our, for everybody. At the moment, the only person who has 2 weapons is our ranged person. All right. That just blew up our game sound. That's nice. I'm losing it here. So it's telling me there is an app update, which so I'm still here, but we've lost game sounds. Yeah, you were seeing that action point on the turtle charm, right? It's very tempting, but I don't think we have the ability to I don't think we have the ability to take the extra action point here. And we've definitely lost game sounds. Now here, can I return to main menu? Your progress will be saved. Okay, let's do that. Hold on one moment. Technical difficulties are continuing. Gotta love it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, it's doubly unfortunate. All right, nothing is playing well at the moment. Let's see if we get back game sound here. I think I heard a click. Please. No. Oh, criminy. I have to write some some angry mail to XLR for the pain that they are causing me at the moment. Dear creators of Go XLR, what have you done? So let's see, what's causing the game sounds not to propagate? I don't know. We'll kill that. Check, check. All right. I may lose audio again here. The fact that somehow they broke... Wait, why am I still... All right, there we go. So, I've got that. Got my game audio slider there. Cross your fingers. I think normally at this point... we would have audio. I see it coming out there. Oh, wait, is this? Nope, this is that. Oh. What has happened to you? Because, yeah, I'm coming through just fine here. This is not what I was hoping for. I hear a click. And then if I look over here, I see the audio coming in. So let's try... Yep, I heard the click again. Ah. Oh. So when I talk, yeah, I can hear it trying to make noise. This might require a restart, which is going to be incredibly infuriating. All right, let's give it one more go. I'm going to load up the game. I get a momentary blip of audio. And then what's very peculiar is I can see the game audio playing here. Ah, all right. Well, I think, as sad as it is, I think I'm probably going to call it here until I can figure out how to correct the issues, which may just require a system restart. But what a kick in the pants. Not that things were going well before that. We've been having all kinds of technical issues, but... Is there anything else I can try that doesn't require restarting my computer? It's frustrating because on my volume control, I see the levels for the game. Well, I don't expect anyone to hang around, but I want to continue playing because I'm enjoying it. So I'm gonna stop streaming, restart my laptop, see if I can get everything fired back up, and if I can, I'll be back in a few minutes. But for those who were hanging out, I'm sorry that this is as janky as it is. I'll catch you all in a little bit, maybe.